Okay, so the reason we're doing this video is to unpack what's in this little box. This is the DNA analysis DNA collection kit. So when you're doing your DNA, exactly what happens. So a lot of people, they want to do it, they get it, etc. So, but now you get the box. What's the next steps? So I thought, Carly's here. I'm going to be the person that's actually going to do it. So I've done my DNA already, but for the sake of this, I'm going to give blood again.
We're just going to explain how it all works.
Explain how it all works. So I get the kit, right?
Yep, looks like this.
Yep. I open it up. I open it up, and inside the kit is a pamphlet that just shows you
all the instructions,
the various tests first, and then at the back it says your journey begins with selecting your DNA sample. So there's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it kind of goes in a lot of detail around what the steps are that you follow, but which I'm going to do now. But the key thing is about make sure all sample tips are filled correctly. This one is the difficult one because I've done DNA testing for people. And they struggle because some people are bleeders, so they just like, it's liters all over the place. And some people are like, they're not bleeders, they're reptilian. I've had that, where like, you just can't get anything out of your fingers, right? So then like, what do you do? So we don't do these tests for you, okay? So these are tests that we provide to you. So if you come to the Nickel Way store, your test is gonna be there. You can go sit at the back, etc. We're gonna organize all that for you, but when you take this kit out and you go through everything, we can even explain it. But when it comes to pricking your finger to actually draw the blood, to put on those little sample tips, that's completely up to you. Okay, so, and that's where you've got to be careful, because if you have a pre-existing medical condition, you're genuinely a bleeder.
Or if you're on blood thinners.
Or you're on blood thinners or something like that, you've got to be careful. Okay,
if
so
you drink a lot of alcohol, your blood will...
A lot of alcohol too. So maybe we need to take it now. I'm joking. Let's go through this. So open this up and let's see what's on the table, right? So there's a little Ziploc bag.
This is also really important because you do need to write, once you've collected the sample, your name and the date that you collected the actual blood sample on, so that the lab knows when the sample was taken.
Wait. Collection date is when I did the actual test. So that would be the today's date that goes on there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's got a little
plaster.
Wow, it feels like it should come with like a
bandage,
like a defibrillator and everything. Okay, cool. There, you got a little alcohol swab, and you know what I wanted to ask you, because I couldn't find it. Like, which one do you do first? Which you'll explain to me in a second. So there's little gauze, right? But then you've got the little sampling tips there, right, in that little thing, and then you've got the lance itself over there. Okay,
right.
And then you've got the form. So we're not going to go through the consent form, but do me a favor, when you complete the consent form, there is a carbon copy background to it. So, you know, put it flat on the table. The other day, someone kind of did this, and they had to complete it twice. Then which one do they send in? Obviously the one with the
both
barcode.
of them.
Both of them?
Both of them, yeah. Okay. I'll just quickly highlight some important things just to make sure that you do. You need to write the collection date again here, the date that you are doing the sample, and then obviously all of your personal details. The referring practitioner is Lisa, okay? Lisa Raleigh. Even though I will be going through your report with you, it's still on Lisa's account, and then it'll be DNA 1 is what you select there, and then practitioner pays, and then you must select the test that you have paid for. Okay, that's really important. And then just sign and date. You don't have to fill out credit card details. You don't have to do any of the other samples received by.
Because they're checking out on our e-store, or they're checking out at the Nickel Way store. So we'll check you out in the pods.
Yes.
Also, this actually shows you all the DNA tests. Core, diet, sport, smile. Wow, what are these other ones?
They're just individual genes that some doctors order, but you don't have to worry about those single ones. So you will know what you have paid for, and you just select that.
Okay, cool. So that's I go through that. So that's the form. That's it on the form.
But you will get an email explaining how to fill out the form as well, so you don't have to remember that.
Okay, look, I'm nervous.
Okay,
yeah.
So you've washed your hands. Then the first thing you do is you use the alcohol swab. Super, super, super important.
Oh, is that the first thing?
Yes.
Okay.
What else would you use first? If you don't use this and you prick your finger, then there obviously is a risk of infection or a risk of contaminating the blood. So you need to make sure you use the alcohol swab, okay? So usually we say like in the ring finger or the middle finger, so your non-dominant fingers, like...
So my left hand would be...
Left hand, But which one shall we do? Ring finger, okay. So you must make sure you're sanitizing it properly.
Okay, but I should be doing this because you're not around. Remember, I'm doing this by myself.
Yes, you're doing it by yourself.
Okay. So, am I supposed to wipe this in a particular way, or is this just, where does it go in? Does it go in on the side?
On the side, ideally, because often on the top is where the skin is a little bit harder. So on the side, it's usually easier to prick.
So I am cleaning the sides of my finger. Nerves. I know. The
People
girls
are
are like,
babies.
this guy. But we had a person come in and couldn't even do this. He couldn't even get past the alcohol
Shame.
swab. At least
Shame.
I'm one step further than him.
Okay,
Cool. So
then-
that's done.
Then what we need to do is we take this little lance, right?
But don't we first want to talk about what's in there quickly?
Yeah, he's just delaying pricking his
Yeah,
finger.
exactly.
So, but now you're dirtying your hand again.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So,
so
let's
I'll-
open it. We'll do the alcohol swab again. So there you go. That is what
They're
you
like
call
two
these?
little earbuds, basically, two little collection tips. You need
Right.
to make sure that both of these are filled up with blood. Okay, they are very
Just the tips,
absorbent,
right?
just the tips, yeah.
Okay.
So some people think they're like a test tube that you have to like fill a vial of blood. You don't have to do that. You just have to collect those two little white tips
Okay.
of blood, and you want to make sure that there's no more white spots left when you are collecting the blood. Oftentimes what I find as well is helpful to get blood is to actually stand up once you've pricked your finger and maybe move your hands around a little bit first like this now to get like the blood flowing, and then once you've pricked you stand
This
up
is not
so
me
that
panicking. This is Carly saying.
so
I
that
should
your
do it.
heart is above your hands.
Okay.
Then
Right.
this little green thing, this is where a lot of people get confused.
Yes.
Okay, this is the pricker. This is the lance. This has got the needle in it. So I've
Okay.
already taken the tip off, but
But how would you do it? Would you twist it?
you twist it and you then pull it out like that. So that's not broken. Okay, that's not
Look at the
that's
size
not
of that
broken.
thing.
No, the needle's far inside there.
Okay, so then this is not important.
No, you can throw that away.
Okay, so that's important because the other day so this is not important. That we can discard.
that you can discard.
So then it's this.
So the little white thing is sticking out on top there, and that the needle's hidden inside, and when you press it down, that's when the needle comes out, okay? So, eek.
Okay.
Ideally you want to maybe have like some tissues laid out in case. So doing it on the side. It's hard to prick yourself, okay?
Okay.
Ready, one. And then lay down your hand flat exactly like Staf's doing now. 1, 2, 3, there you go, done. Oh my God. So then you want to, oh my word. Okay, you see.
Oh, so you're keeping it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then
You can't take it out
Okay.
and then just rest it on there. That's perfect.
okay, and if it's not enough,
And then you want to massage your finger up from the
massage this. Let me
bottom.
do this all alone, and I'll do. Oh my word!
Okay, you take omega
Okay.
3s obviously, so that's why it's nice, and
Nice and.
you got good blood.
You see, you're the only person in the world to say that right now.
See,
So
amazing.
the alcohol on the alcohol
that's great.
swab's not going to be a problem, right?
No.
So can you get too much on you?
You can overfill them, so that's looking good. That's perfect.
Is that like I see a little white spot there? So let me just
Where?
there on the top.
Okay,
Let's just do that.
that's perfect. Then
Okay.
you take the gauze and
Do what?
absorb the blood, because now we're
Okay.
done. And then you can clean it off with the alcohol swab again if you want to, and you can use the...
Is this normal? Georgia, just come closer, because this is what's going to happen to people. Look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot, and
So-
put pressure on it.
Look at that.
You need to
Am I
like,
going to be okay?
no, he's going to lose all of his blood. So
Okay.
yeah, put pressure on it, and
Okay,
then
so-
like hold it like that for a while. Then what you want to do, if you can, you want to leave the sample open for about an hour to
What?
dry. I mean, it's not essential, but if you can, just like that to dry for a little bit. Then you close it up. You make sure your name is on
But
your
obviously you're in
collection
a
date.
room, you're not in a ventilated place or anything when you're giving that advice, right?
Yeah.
Don't put it under a fan. It's just
No,
in
no,
a
no, no,
normal
no.
room.
Just leave it to like
Okay.
air dry, I suppose. And then once it's done that for an hour, then you close it, you pop it back in the bag, keep it in a cool, dry place. You can put it in the fridge if it's a nice, dry, clean fridge
That hurts.
until until the courier comes and collects it.
It's not play. This is like not play.
Don't put people off doing their DNA now. It is a bit of a prick, of course,
This
but
for all
it's
the
not
guys
too
out
bad.
there giving birth. This.
Okay,
let's
so
get
that's
that
what you'd do, and then you close it up. You see, it's not the end of the world if you don't leave it to air dry, because it does have these little openings that'll
Right.
allow the sample to air dry. Your name
Okay.
would be on there, Stafford, collection date today, and then you simply close it up, pop everything with your form back into the white box, and the courier will come and collect that if you've ordered online.
And that's it?
And that's it.
That's it. So put it in the box with your
With
form.
your form.
And in the way. So you put your form in, you put your little.
And then you can put that whole box like that in the fridge if you can, and then don't
That's what we
stress.
do at the store. We
Yes.
actually put it in the fridge at the
Yeah.
store.
Don't stress if you ask for collection on Monday and the courier only comes on Tuesday, it's fine. The DNA is stable in this blood sample for weeks to months, so don't stress.
So it should be in a cool area.
A cool, dry area,
Cool,
yeah.
dry area. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So look, I'm just looking to the form. I think we've done every step. So we washed our hands.
Warm them up.
We warmed them up. We did, you know, the recommended locations is on the form, so it shows you on the sides, not on the top. And then you actually
Prick your
shove
finger.
the javelin through your hand. Oh no, prick your finger. And then you, well, wait. Number
Then you
3.
wipe away. I mean, that's not the end of the world either. You can take it straight away.
Okay, then you do the
Yeah.
sampling and all that, and you're done. And this is also shows you kind of how the head of those little sample units should be covered. So not half, not too much.
Not overfull, not
Overfull.
underfull, just the
Yeah.
right amount.
The right amount.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're done.
But we very rarely have any issues with DNA collection unless it's over or underfull. I've never had to send a kid back and say you didn't do your test properly. Like, it's very rare that that's the case. So don't panic too much. Follow the instructions. Watch the video again. And also just bear in mind that the time we're doing this video, this is the way that the lances look. But sometimes depending on the suppliers that the lab can get, they might change a little bit. So
Colour.
don't panic if it's a white one or if it's a blue one. It's
Right.
like sometimes it can happen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it.
Yep.
I feel a little bit faint.
We'll get him some chocolate cake.
Okay, that is step by step. It's pretty simple. So when you get the kit, just follow this. Just like forward on this video, rewind back again, take a look at the steps that we take.
And I
it's-
do
yeah.
also send you another video on email of how to do it. That's being done too. So you've got lots of instructions.
Yeah, but it's not as dramatic as this
It's
one.
not as funny as this one.
Okay, cool.
Bye.